And welcome back to the Gilded Age. My goodness, I'm a blouse and a blouse. Well, maybe a leotard. A leotard. I figured, you know what? I'm gonna tip my cane to this show. I love the intro theme song. It's just so, it gets all your flitters flutting. Oh, I didn't notice the lace when I bought this. It's so dainty. Oh, I really feel I'm in the period. So we open with Mr. Russell presenting Union Central Station. And it's the first station with electricity. Talk about turning it on and bringing the power. Lord, so after this, Mr. White and the Sun try to launch the architectural idea, but girl, it goes over like a lead balloon. Over with Ada and Agnes. Agnes is like, what am I going to say to Oscar for talking to that servant woman? Ada's like, look, men have flings and live to tell the tale. It's not the end of the world. Agnes said, have you been living a double life? No, but I'm not so simple I don't know what goes on. Oh, you'll be calling yourself a woman of the world next. Yeah, Christine got me to buy this shirt. Ada said, look, don't do nothing, don't say nothing. You ain't gonna listen to me, but I'm trying to make it easy on you. However, Agnes still ain't speaking to Bannister. But Bannister gonna find out who snitched on him. However, Marion, whatever her name is, and she sees the Russell's kid, and he's all sad about the architecture, and she's like, look, your pappy gonna come around, just give him some time. I love how all the Russell staff is getting sick of Turner always being, who is she trying to get her hooks in? Over with Gladys. She's with the Astor daughter, and they're planning their quadruple. This is a grand ballroom. And Gladys is like, you know what, we might need to call it off because Mom ain't set the date yet. And Bertha come in, and she's like, no, you gonna come out. I'm gonna ask Mr. McAllister for the date now that the house is ready. However, over with Mr. Russell, he's asking the Popo, so where's this evidence that I gave the order to mess my own company up? Girl, Mr. Russell might get charged with manslaughter by negligence. Back at the Heezy, Marion get in. That is her name. And of course, Agnes is still upset that her son is supposedly sleeping with the maid. He told her, look, we're just friends. She's like, you ain't friends with nobody's servant. I want her fired. I want her out on her ear. Why? That's tacky. I like it when Agnes is right. This is wrong, heifer. So Marion's like, look, I guess you're just going to have to write Miss Russell. And she said, I want you to go talk to her. You know the heifer, I don't. Over with the Russells, he's like, look, I'm facing some serious charges. And she's like, this is going to affect the ball. He's like, look, I could be going to prison. Bump a ball. Over with Peggy, her and her boss are going to see the electricity show too and get some reporting done. So Marion goes over and asks Bertha to sack that heifer. So Marion tells her the little story, and she's like, I'll talk to Turner, but I can't make any promises. However, she asks, although I do need to know, should I invite Mr. Rake to this party? Because he seems to be everywhere. Lord, back at the Easy downstairs, we got Turner just poking at the head guy saying, yeah, the brunch was amazing, the one that you didn't put together. He said, get back in your cave. I forgot how long I was recording. I'm enjoying this show so much. Back with Marion, she told the lawyer, look, Miss Chamberlain said we could meet at her house, so let's give it a go. Over with Bertha, she tell her man, you know they asked me to fire Miss Turner. Ooh, but back at the house, child, she see Turner being chummy with her son, and she's like, oh no, you ain't getting the help pregnant. Yup, fired her ass in the next scene. So Bertha sent Agnes a letter and said, I sacked the heifer for you. So she ain't going right back, but Ada's like, girl, you better. And she's like, okay, Peggy, give her a thank you letter without a trace of warmth. Oh, this is just incredible. This is just good comedy. This is more of like a soap opera comedy. I'm really loving this. More than Bridgerton. Turner go to Mr. Russell's bedroom and ask him, did you have me sacked? He said, no, I gave you a good reference, even though you got in the bed, tits out and rejected. She tell him, I would have loved you to the exclusion of everything else. Nah, you would have tried to get rich in a divorce. Over at Chamberlain's, we got Marion and the lawyer on their date. Oh, Lord. So he's invited to the Edison thing, and she ain't. A CC heifer took her seat, and that's who they're pairing him with. He's really in love with her. Well, he really laid it on thick with the, I'm in love with you. He's like, look, We love each other. We know it. Are we strong enough to do this? Because there's a lot of distractions out there. AKA, look, I ain't waiting for you forever. And honestly, at what point does he start to say, you know what? I don't think you're ever going to be sure. And I don't want to have to deal with Aunt Ada. Oh, yeah, that's true. Pick your in-laws. And that heifer got big claws. Over with Turner and Oscar. He asked her, why do you care so much to, help me get Gladys? And she said, because the she-wolf is planning for something great for her daughter and I want to see her fail. And he's like, oh, that's a high ranking for me. However, because Turner leaving, she let Bannister know who wrote the letter. Back on the date, we see in this heifer's art, and she told them, look, now turning your back on society when you young might be the thing now, but honey, it's a tough road to hoe, so make sure you in love. He kiss her and he say he want to marry her. So with Mr. Russell, his son tell him, look, I don't want to live in your shutter. I got to make a mark of my own in architecture. He's like, okay, I'm going to think it over for you. So that night, she's telling her aunts, I ran into, the lawyer, and he's dining with the Astors and the Russells. The Rainwrights and the Ruperts. Agnes said, so we're at the electricity party, and we see Cece throwing herself at the lawyer. Miss Fane's like, I was hoping that it would work out for Marion. Child, I'm looking at it like the lights ain't turned, like I ain't in a whole bunch of light TV. But it is cool to be like, wow, we went live. But then again, I guess I grew up with or got to watch the phone, the internet, and all that because I grew up with dial-up. All right, and that was the shit, so I'm going to see you soon for the rest of that Kirk and Rashida. We got to talk about the you. We got to talk about the unit, We got to address what the hell's on your head. Say it again. We got to address what the hell is on your head. One more time. What the fuck is that? Is it a welcome mat? Is that a dead cat? We gotta talk about the unit. Yeah. It looks like a pump, but it feels like a sneaker. It looks like a pump, but it feels like a sneaker. It looks like a pump, show bump. It looks like a pump, show bump. It looks like a pump, but it feels like a sneaker. It's been in my head for years. I figured I'd do something with it today. I had a few moments. From the streets of New York all the way out to Vegas, it doesn't matter if you're rich or if you're famous, because you can't get someone pregnant in the anus. No, you can't get someone pregnant in the anus. Yeah. Backpedal and pussy pop. Backpedal and pussy pop. I want you to beat my ass. Beat my ass. I want you to beat my ass. I want you to put fist to the face. Fist to the face. I want you to whoop. I want you to kick. I want you to beat my ass. 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 Okay, she got a hit with that one. Oh, wait, no, that was me. Anyway, it don't matter.